Hi everyone, welcome to another edition on Moments with Lulu. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you get notifications whenever I put up a new video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about strategies you as a nursing student can incorporate in your nursing education. If you're a student who is not in the nursing program and you're watching this video, these strategies too could be helpful for you. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. The first thing you need to do if you are trying to study is to remove all unnecessary distractors. For example, your cell phone. You want to take away your cell phone because that's going to be a huge distractor to your study, and you don't want that. Something you also need to know is being aware of the type of learner you are. You want to know what kind of learning strategy works best for you. So are you a visual learner or an auditory learner or a tactile learner? Also, you want to read and study every day after each class. So try to study a little bit of everything you've learned that day for a particular course. If you took 4 courses in a day, you should try to study everything you've learned for that day. That way you're able to retain the information more and you're unlikely to forget when next you come back to that material. Like, things are going to look familiar to you. So you want to make sure that you're studying each material that you've learned every day after class. 4, flashcards or note cards. So these are very useful study techniques or study guide. Making flashcard allows you to memorize things that you need to memorize. So for a course like pharmacology, which requires a lot of memorization, when you need to know the drugs, the side effects, and things like that, you want to make sure you're studying with flashcards because flashcards are very good for memorization. So if there's anything you know that you shouldn't be forgetting, like, it's not about understanding, but it's about memorizing, like retaining that information, flashcards are a very good medium when it comes to memorization. So you want to make sure that you're using your flashcards effectively. And whenever you make flashcards, don't make flashcards and store them like that. Don't store them anywhere. When you make flashcards, they are called flashcards or note cards because you have to look at them a bit every day. Number 5, make charts or like color coded materials. So you can have different highlights. So you can write your information on a piece of paper, but when you do this, you want to try to color code similar or different things that are very pertinent information in what you're trying to study. Another strategy is using Quizlet. So Quizlet is an app that generates lots of questions, case studies as well. So for example, if you studied a topic in class today, you can go on Quizlet and type that topic, and it's going to give you a bunch of information related to that topic that are likely exam questions and also like important points slash mnemonics or information that are necessary or that relates very well to that course or to that topic. That way you're able to adapt this to your learning style, and you're also able to have an effective learning plan. So Quizlet is something I highly recommend. I've used Quizlet lots of times myself and I find it very helpful. The next point here is mnemonics. Like, mnemonics are very good for your pharmacology classes and your pathophysiology, most especially your pharmacology. You want to make sure that you're trying to form your own mnemonics. Even if you can't create your own mnemonics, you can go on YouTube, you can search YouTube videos, you can go on Google, you can go on YouTube, you can go on Quizlet, like I just mentioned. Just look for mnemonics that are related to what you're trying to study. For example, I'm studying pharmacology and I need to know the side effects of glucocorticoids. I'll have to go on Quizlet. Quizlet or YouTube videos can give you great mnemonics that will help you retain those side effects. For YouTube videos, I highly recommend sarahregisterednursern.com. I'm going to leave her link in the description box. She has lots of videos that feature several nursing topics. She's a very good resource. Even Khan Academy is something you want to make sure you're taking advantage of. Case studies. You want to make sure you're getting your hands on lots of case studies. Like, as much as you can, try to get your hands on so much case studies. If you have no access to case studies, you can always ask your instructor. They are always willing to provide this for you. So make sure you have case studies when you're learning, because it helps you with application questions, it helps you with real life questions. Another strategy I'll be talking about here is write your notes if you can. Research has shown that handwritten information are more likely to be retained. So if you're that kind of learner, or if you're that kind of person that handwrites their notes, for sure, you by all means you should go ahead and do this. And if you don't write your notes and this is something you want to try, feel free to give it a go because it works really well. I love to handwrite my notes. Another learning strategy is to practice. So practice, practice, practice. They say practice makes perfect, and yes, that is true. Practice as much as you can. Look for NCLEX style questions. Ask your instructor for this. If you have NCLEX textbook, be sure to refer back to those textbooks for like topics that you've covered in class. Another strategy is go to class. Don't skip classes. Do not skip classes. You think they don't matter, but they do. Try not to skip classes. Make sure you're going to class every single time. Do not procrastinate going to classes. That's why you need to have a schedule and stay organized. You don't want things drawing you back that will prevent you from going to class. You want to also make sure you're managing your sleep schedule, because even if the instructor is providing PowerPoints to you, there are some things that on the PowerPoints that the instructor may not even highlight. And there are some things that are not on the PowerPoint that the instructor may highlight in class. And this should tell you that these are likely exam questions, or like, assessment questions that you don't want to miss out on. So make sure you're not skipping classes. And the reason, even besides exam questions, going to class, especially your labs and all your small seminars, make sure you're attending them, because this will prepare you for clinical experience. Another strategy is find a quiet study space. So find somewhere that is very calm, like somewhere that's not too loud. Even if you're not that kind of person that likes to study with music, music is therapeutic when it comes to studying. That's good, you should adapt it. But try to make sure you're adapting this in a quiet environment. Like you don't want to study where people are making so much noise, especially when you're trying to learn something new, when you're trying to learn new information. You want to make sure you're doing this in a quiet and peaceful environment. That way you're also eliminating all distractors that you don't need. Make sure you're making use of the library. It's very good for studying. The library is a very quiet place, and you have so many resources in the library. Like even the library assistants or the workers there, even if you want to do mini study groups, they have like sessions for that. So you can always go to the library to do your mini study groups. But you just want to make sure you're studying in a place that's free of environmental noise. Another strategy is studying at the gym or studying after physical activity. This works really well. I've seen lots of people do this. I've seen so many people go to the gym with their notes or with information. I have done it myself. This is because when you do physical activities or like any kind of exercises, your brain releases good chemicals that help you improve, that helps you focus and also improve your cognitive function, improves your memory. So if this is something that you would like to try, for sure, go ahead and do it. Thank you all for watching today's video. I hope these strategies I've given to you, you could adapt some of them, or you could even make yours, like make what fits into your learning style or what kind of learner you are. We'll see you all next week Friday. Bye now.